Hey, how's it going, you guys? This is petplatypus here, and it's time to talk about episode 30 of Hunter x Hunter. Pretty good episode. We get the conclusion of the fight. We get some scolding from Wing. We get a little surprise scene with Kurapika that I wasn't really expecting. And, yeah, that's pretty much the episode. So the fight, I'm not going to go super step-by-step like I have been with my reviews because it's pretty much needless. Anyone watching these has seen the episode because I spoil everything. So I'm not going to go super in-depth, but, you know, we see Gon after a few tries and getting hit by a few more things. A lot of more spinning tops. He gets fucking 9-0. And what he ends up doing is he masters Zetsu, or at least he figures out how to use Zetsu. He conceals his presence, he lowers his guard, but he can now sense the tops. And this was really cool because we see Wing having an internal monologue about this, and he's like, he must have hunted or tracked something in order to learn how to conceal his presence, and we see the flashback when he concealed his presence when tracking Hisoka. And that was a really cool way to tie in this with what he learned in the hunter exam. So that was great. I thought that was awesome. And, you know, he's dodging and shit. He's juking, he's dodging. It's cool. And we then cut to, you know, we cut away. Also, what's worthy to note is that while he's doing this dodging and being all badass, we get Hisoka getting aroused and shit. Fucking freak. But yeah, Hisoka's getting excited because Gon is fucking being a badass, and Hisoka fucking just gets off on that. But, just a small scene. Just thought I'd mention it, though. Then we cut away, and we get, like, the aftermath, and Gon has a ton of broken bones and shit. It's gonna take him 4 months to heal. He was dumb for trying what he did, because, you know, he is reckless, you know. Wing also said during his internal monologue that, you know, he's risking his life just for training. See, I've seen reckless main characters in series, and usually the way it goes down is they're reckless, but they got the job done, so everything's cool. With Gon, this stuff kind of backfires sometimes, so I really feel like he's going to have to learn a lesson at some point. Because some characters, they can be reckless and it works out. Him, not so much. I mean, yeah, everything worked out with the fight against Hanzo, but he still got a broken arm. You know, I mean, it's just the way he saved that one dude going overboard in, like, the very first episode, and it was like, dude, you could have died if you had fallen in. It's like, yeah, but you guys grabbed me, so I didn't die. It's like, no, that's not a smart attitude to have. But, you know, we'll see. It's all part of development. But yeah, he lost the fight, obviously. And Wing comes in, smacks him, tells him, you fucked up. I'm not going to teach you for 2 months. You're not allowed to practice for 2 months. Then we get, I believe that's the part where he goes off with Killua to talk, and Killua kind of, he doesn't really defend Gon, but he kind of talks about how he's in the fight for the thrill, because I've had the same feeling. But yeah, he is kind of reckless, and he kind of, he lightens up on his punishment for Gon. He tells Gon to only practice 10 instead of not practicing anything at all. So that was a cool scene. He tells Killua that he can come train with Zushi, and he's like, nah, I'm not going to do it if Gon's not going to do it. So that was cool, you know, Killua being a friend and everything. God only knows he doesn't need to become even more overpowered than Gon. But yeah, and then we see the conclusion of the fight, or maybe we saw it before this, I'm not sure, but we do see the conclusion of the fight. He takes a fucking hard hit to the arm and it gets broken, and that's pretty much the end of that. Yeah, so he pretty much got fucked up. And then, what was the next part we had? I think next was the part with Kurapika. I don't think I've really skipped anything. The part with Kurapika was interesting because he wants to get a job. He wants to do, you know, a hunter thing, but he can't. And the person who tells him he can't, she has, like, I'm assuming it's Nen, and she makes, like, this little face thing up here. And Kurapika's like, what the fuck am I supposed to be seeing here? He doesn't get it. Then he meets this weird hobo-looking dude, and he starts fucking with him, and he can't beat him. I always want to say she. He can't beat this hobo-looking dude. He clearly can use Nen. He agrees to teach Kurapika Nen. And I'm kind of like, why would you teach this person you just met? But he mentions, and this was mentioned before by the person who said, if you can't see this, you're not going to get a job. they basically said, you know, the exam's not over, and it seems like we're going to finally get more of the whole exam's not over thing that was kind of dropped at the end of the Hunter exam, what we thought was the end of the Hunter exam. So it's cool to see that come back. I like the Gon's progress, the way he learned how to conceal himself. That was a really cool tie-in. So yeah, overall, I thought it was a pretty good episode. I'm giving it like a 7 out of 10. I want to thank you guys for watching. I want you guys to tell me what you thought down below. And I want to say bye.